Welcome to US Classic Muscle Cars. Please enjoy our next video. We hope you subscribe.
This is badass.
We're standing in front of a 69 Resto mod. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Hi, my name is Ron, and this is my 1969 Dodge Charger. Actually, it was built on a 2022 Hellcat Challenger frame. Basically, what we did was we took a 2022 Hellcat Challenger, we debodied it, took off all the sheet metal, we extended the front, we extended the rear, and we also extended the sides. And then we basically hand-built carbon fiber panels for the entire vehicle. Everything from carbon to the hood, carbon to the front clip, carbon to the front fender, carbon to the rear fender, rear quarter panels, the wood, the trunk deck. Everything's all been carbon, and we basically put it back onto the vehicle, and then try to do it to match all the proper requirements. We're about 1 inch off the original 1969 Charger, but everything is fully carbon, and it's all built on a modern 2022 Hellcat. So this is your classic Resto mod. We added airlift suspension, so basically the vehicle right now is laid completely on the ground. It comes directly up when you put it in drive, but we could basically lay the vehicle completely down. We added deep dish wheels, custom made for the vehicle, and basically what you see is a really modern version of what a old school Dodge Charger would look like in the modern era.
Wow, wow. And how long did that take you?
Basically, it took us almost 2 years. Basically,
sure.
all the carbon panels are handmade. The weave has to go a certain direction, and so it took us a long time to get the carbon printed, carbon heated, treated, and to fit accordingly.
Just unbelievable work. So is it your idea to do all this, and you have a team that you go to and firm out that work and say, I want this, A, B, C, and D?
Yeah, so basically the vision for this vehicle was that we grew up with the 1969 Charger. For those who are old school, we all watched the show Dukes of Hazzard, love that vehicle, but you just can't keep that car running, and you can't daily that vehicle, especially here in Chicago, and especially on the streets of Chicago. So we wanted a vehicle that we drive daily and then enjoy that vehicle without having to worry about it starting. So that was the vision of the vehicle.
Sure.
Secondarily, it took about 2 years to do the build. We had a couple people who did a couple things. One was making sure that they could build the carbon. Second one was to make sure that everyththing was, kind of ergonomically correct for the vehicle to handle correctly. But the main builders are 612 Auto Works out of New York.
Cool, cool. Let's take a walk around and show me some things that we're looking at. Like, one of the things that I'm looking at is this beautiful front end. And this lower aero work. Talk to me about that if you can.
Yeah, so this whole front end was custom made. If you actually zoom in on this particular panel, it is all exposed carbon to show that it's really carbon underneath. We 3D printed these grills, and basically they're sitting in front of a 2022 Hellcat assembly. So you still have the old Hellcat intake, you have the Hellcat logos. So basically we have the entire assembly from a stock 2022 Hellcat. It is all carbon on the lower valence. It is carbon on that lower lip. You can see the exposed carbon there. And then because we have the turn signals in the headlights, we didn't do turn signals in the traditional spot. We left it wide open to look like air intakes.
Right. That is a nice touch. That is really nice touch.
And then on top of that, we tried to maintain the Dodge Charger indents into the scoops, but we had to raise the hood to accommodate the Hellcat 6.2 supercharged motor. So you can see that's really the diamond in the whole motor is the whole Hellcat here. That's all the rage right now. Pushing out about 717 in stock form, but we have the vehicle tuned to about 900 horsepower.
Only. You forgot to say the word only. Am I right? Talk to me about these panels are made into carbon?
Yeah, we'll come over on this side.
Sure.
So basically, in this vehicle, one of the things we like to show off is the interior. So you can actually come in here and you can actually see the interior. It's all modern 2022 Hellcat. Everything looks perfectly fine. It's all modern. Everything's where you need to be. It all works. So you have the old school look on the outside, and you have the modern look on the inside. Heated seats, air conditioned seats, all the modern luxuries.
Comfortable.
But I'm gonna ask you to step over here by me.
Sure.
And essentially, I'm going to show you the door panel. So this whole door panel is all carbon. This whole back rear fender is all carbon. And then when I open up the door, you're gonna see the extension of the wide body kit here. So this is the door that ends for the Challenger, 2022 Challenger, and then you can see how much we extended the vehicle to be able to go out to be the Charger body. So this girl is pretty wide, her hips are pretty wide, and then we do that so that we can tuck the wheels into the body.
There you go.
And then, Aiden, if you could pop the trunk. Basically, what you'll see back here is the modern 1969 tail light assembly. And then what we did was we rebuilt the trunk system and we added the air ride tanks back here, so you can see all the air ride tanks.
Yeah, that is perfect. That is perfect. And you know, talk about a clean job. I mean, it's just sweet. That is unbelievable. What type of matte finish is this? Oh, you know what? Before I even talk about that rear window for a moment. It looks like it's a custom.
So basically, a couple things about the vehicle. On a 1969 Charger, we kept the pillar here correct, and then because we did that, we actually had to blow out the Challenger window and rebuild a brand new window. And so what you'll see here is basically inlaid custom glass to kind of meet the 69 kind of like body posts here. But yeah, we try to make it as clean as possible. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty OEM.
Sure. And you know what? While we're back here, you know, these you have the exhaust.
Yep.
Which is more unique the way it's positioned.
Yeah. So if you those who are 2022 Challenger Hellcat enthusiasts, these exhaust tips are actually stock. Instead of coming up on the side, on both sides, we basically brought them together for a complete center exhaust here. So we just repurposed that exhaust.
Right. Wow. This matte finish is what type of paint and what type of protection on it?
So essentially, if you look at the hood, it's all gloss black. The vehicle was completely painted gloss black over the carbon, but what we did was we wanted the vehicle to be protected, so we actually used the Stealth paint protection film to give it that matte satin look.
Right.
It's very different than a matte vinyl. Matte vinyl has no depth, but the paint protection film has about 8 millimeters of depth, so it actually creates a satin sheen to give it that silky look.
Wow.
Or that Batman look that people like.
Wow. I can only imagine what's going through your mind when, you know, you have all these ideas. You have other vehicles that we've seen on our channel, and it's like, oh my gosh. And then you got to do a full-time job too. So it's like, how do you do it all, you know?
This is a labor of love for us. We love vehicles, all kinds of vehicles.
Right.
We love Mopars, we like Fords, we like exotics.
Right.
And so showing off the car is part of giving back to the community.
Right.
And hopefully inspiring other people to do their own builds.
What was the first car that you had a crush on?
My very first vehicle was a Mustang.
Okay, that's why you got the shirt on, right?
Yes.
Cool,
yes.
Cool. And then now we're back here, and the can you tell us about the rims, tires, brakes?
Yeah, so basically because we've wide-bodied the vehicle, stock wheels wouldn't really fit this. So we commissioned Forge Line to create a custom wheel offset for the vehicle. So we tried to go as deep as possible to kind of give it that deep dish look, that gangster look.
Right.
And then obviously we do the tuck in so that it's hidden, so you can see half the wheel. And I think we've achieved it in a modern sense.
Wow.
We had the center caps custom engraved with the Hellcat logos, and basically gives a nice touch to the vehicle. It gives it still that modern touch, even though it's got the old school body.
Sure. And what kind of brakes?
Yeah, these are all Brembos.
Uh-huh.
So obviously with the 900 horsepower, you're gonna need the stopping power, and so you need Brembos on all four. 6-piston Brembos on the front and 4-piston Brembos on the back.
Wow.
So this basically is a 6.2 liter Hellcat motor. It's sitting under a carbon fiber hood. We don't have any struts for it because the hood is so light that the last time we actually cracked it. So we're actually just using a strutless hood.
Okay.
But essentially, this is what everybody wants, is the supercharged Hemi Hellcat motor.
Wow. And how do you raise the horsepower on this puppy?
Yeah, so if you look down here, basically you got an upper pulley and a lower pulley. Right now, stock form runs about 6 pounds of boost. If you actually make a smaller pulley, it'll run almost 9 pounds, 11 pounds of boost, depending on what you do with the adjustments. We have the vehicle tuned at Cetera Tuning, who do all our Hellcats, and essentially you can make a lot of power with just little modifications.
Wow, wow, absolutely incredible. I know these two guys want to talk about the exhaust. They love the sound of a car. What kind of, do you have special exhaust to handle all that?
Well, one of the things that we've done is we just removed all the resonators and all the mufflers. So it is actually just running straight from the catalytic converter all the way to the back. We do have an electronic valve, so we can actually open up the valve and shut it off, so we can actually dump it right before the cats.
Neat.
So she's a little louder than normal.
Neat.
And then we can kind of close it up when we're headed into the neighborhood and try not to bother the neighbors.
Right, right. And then, incredible, incredible. How often have you had this car out?
We try to, so one of the things about, these cars and all the cars that we own, we try to bring them out every weekend to show them off and get it exposed to everybody. So we try to come out every weekend, just like we met you just yesterday. And we enjoy meeting people like you and other folks who just love cars.
There you go, cool.
Dad, are you gonna show them how the car sounds?
Let's go. Smile at the camera. The car is fully installed with an airlift suspension management system, and it's using air demand as its custom shocks.
There you go.
Welcome to US Classic Muscle Cars. Please enjoy the next video. We hope you subscribe. US Classic Muscle Cars. Enjoy the video.
Okay.
If you like the video, please subscribe, click the like, and share.
There you go.